Hello dear aspirants and welcome to Civil Stop. So guys, we're back with another session for UPSC Prelims 2021 for CSAT section in English comprehensions. So guys, I hope all of you are safe, all of you are doing well. Hello Sunil, how are you? Hello Alpna, I'm good dear, how are you? Green Heart, good afternoon dear. Good afternoon Thakur, how are you? So guys, did you try the homework passage that I gave you last week? Alright guys, I think I'm audible and I'm visible to everyone. Let's start the session guys. So guys, before we begin, I have some announcement to make. Now we have launched a special offer for our prelims courses. Now there are three different verticals that we are offering you. One is crash course for prelims 2021, which includes GS lectures, downloadable handouts, last 25 years of MCQs, then 18 test series, 26 current affairs tests, then video lectures and mentorship. And we are offering 50% discount on this, and the code is UPSC 50. Then there are two test series. One is 44 tests including 15 GS plus 3 CSAT plus 26 current affairs, and then there are 18 tests, 15 GS and 3 CSAT. Now you can also look into these if you are preparing for your exams, right? All right guys, so let's begin the session. So this was the homework passage that I gave you last week guys, right? So let's try to crack it together. So what is we had to find the critical message conveyed by the passage. So let's look at the passage and let's see what they're trying to convey here. As we look to 2050, when we will need to feed 2 billion more people, the question of which diet is best has taken on new urgency. The foods we choose to eat in the coming decades will have dramatic ramifications for the planet. So he's saying the choices of food is going to affect our planet. Simply put, a diet that revolves around meat and dairy, a way of eating that is on the rise throughout the developing world, will take a greater toll on the world's resources than one that revolves around unrefined grains, nuts, fruits and vegetables. So he's trying to convey that to feed 2 billion more people, to fight the problem of food security, we would have to choose our diet, and the better diet out of meat and dairy diet, the better diet is that revolves around unrefined grains, nuts, fruits and vegetables, right? So what is the critical message conveyed by the passage? Let's look at the options guys. Our increasing demands for foods sourced from animals puts a great burden on our natural resources. That is true. Diets based on grains, nuts, fruits and vegetables are best suited for health in developing countries. Now nowhere it has been focused about or spoken about only developing countries. Human beings change their food habits from time to time irrespective of the health concerns. I don't think that's the message conveyed. From a global perspective, we still do not know which type of diet is best for us. Yes guys, what is the correct answer? What could be the correct option for this? Ankit says A, Alpna says A, Thakur says A, I think Pratiksha says A. I think it was quite clear that the correct answer here is option number A. That is the clear message, that our increasing demands of foods sourced from animals, they put a great burden on our natural resources. It has been conveyed dramatic ramifications for the planet, right? Very good Pratiksha, very good Chauhan, very well done guys. So this was the homework passage. So let's start some new passages today guys, and we are going to look at different type of passages, level 3, level 2, level 1. So this is the first passage for today. It's a big one, but let's read the questions first. The questions are as followed. What are the present constraints in using biomass as fuel for power generation? We have to find the reasons for that. Which of the following can lead to food security problem? We have to find this. Then third question is, in context of using a biomass, which of the following is or are characteristics of the sustainable production of biofuel? In context of using biomass, which of the following is are the characteristics of the sustainable production of biofuel? And with reference to the passage, the following assumptions have been made. So we have to solve these 4 questions, guys. Good evening, Bhrigu Das. I'm sorry if मैंने गलत pronounce किया. Good afternoon, dear. Welcome to the session if you are here for the first time. And guys, if you have not liked the session, if you have not shared it yet, please do so. It may help someone who is in need. Right? चलो guys, तो शुरू करते हैं आज का passage number 1. Read it carefully, guys. Biomass as fuel for power, heat and transport has the highest mitigation potential of all renewable sources. So that's an interesting fact that I never knew about. Biomass as fuel for power, heat and transport has the highest mitigation potential of all renewable sources. It comes from agriculture and forest residues as well as from energy crops. So it comes from agriculture and forest residues as well as from energy crops. Now the biggest challenge in using biomass residues is a long-term reliable supply. So the biggest challenge in using biomass residues is a long-term reliable supply delivered to the power plant at a reasonable costs. The key problems are logistical constraints. What are the key problems, guys? The key problems are logistical constraints. The costs of the fuel collection. That means transportation and the cost of fuel collection. That is procurement, right? Now, energy crops, if not managed properly, compete with food production and may have undesirable impacts on food prices. Absolutely. Now, biomass production is also sensitive to the physical impacts of a changing climate. So it also depends on changing climate. All right. The projections of the future role of biomass are probably overestimated given the limits to the sustainable biomass supply unless breakthrough technologies substantially increase productivity. Now, climate energy models project that biomass use could increase nearly fourfold to around 150 to 200 exajoules, almost a quarter of the world primary energy in 2050. So that is what is being expected. However, the maximum sustainable technical potential of biomass resources, both residues and energy crops, without disruption of food and forest resources ranges from 80 to 170 exajoules. That is the reality by 2050, and only part of this is realistically and economically feasible. And this is also only theoretically possible. Only a part of this is realistically possible. In addition, some climate models rely on biomass-based carbon capture and storage, an unproven technology to achieve negative emissions and to buy some time during the first half of the century. So in addition, some climate models rely on biomass-based carbon capture and storage. Biomass-based carbon capture and storage. An unproven technology, which is not true up till now, but they are just preparing or they are framing this technology. Now, some liquid biofuels such as corn-based ethanol, mainly for transport, may aggravate rather than ameliorate carbon emission on a life cycle basis. So, some liquid biofuels such as carbon-based ethanol may increase carbon emission rather than reducing it. Second generation biofuels based on lignocellulosic feedstocks such as straw, bagasse, grass and wood hold the promise of sustainable production that is high yielding and emit low levels of greenhouse gases, but these are still in the R&D stage, right? Hello Deepak, welcome to the session. So guys, this is the first passage and let's try to solve the questions here. Now, what are the present constraints in using biomass as fuel for power generation? So, lack of sustainable supply of biomass. Biomass production competes with food production. And third, bioenergy may not always be low carbon on life cycle basis. Yes, guys. So, he has given you 3 options and you have to find which of these options is apt. Now, what are the constraints in using biomass as fuel for power generation? Deepak says B, Stenzen says D, okay. Greenheart says D. Okay, let me just point out to you. First of all, I had marked these are important points. Long-term reliable supply. That is one. That means logistical constraints and cost of fuel collection. So we can say option number 1 is correct. Second is biomass production competes with food production. That was also given. See, energy crops, if not managed properly, compete with food production and may have undesirable impact on food prices. So second is also correct. And third was also given. It has, on a life cycle basis, it emits more carbon. So I think all three are correct. So option number D is the correct answer. Very well done, Stanzen. Green Heart, Chauhan, C नहीं D आएगा अल्पना. Very good Ankit, very good Pratiksha, Thakur. Very well done guys. Chalo, question number 2. Which of the following can lead to food security problem? Food security problem using agricultural and forest residues as feedstock for power generation, using biomass for carbon capture and storage, or promoting the cultivation of energy crops. Now, which of the following can lead to food security problem? I think there was Hanji guys, let's find out the answer here. Let's look at the options guys. Using agricultural and forest residues as feedstock for power generation, using biomass for carbon capture and storage, promoting the cultivation of energy crops. So which of the following can lead to food security problem? Green Heart says D, Deepak says C. Alpna says B, Stenson says B. Okay guys, were you able to find the answer? Now, number 1, energy crops, if not managed properly, compete with food production and may have undesirable impacts on food prices. That was one point that I found. Projections of the future role of biomass are probably overestimated. Breakthrough technology substantially productivity. Hello Ramesh. Thank you for the kind words. Good afternoon, dear. Long time you're here after a long time here. I think it's been months. I haven't seen you, Ramesh. Where were you? Bhavni says C. Using agricultural and forest residues as feedstock for power generation. Using biomass for carbon capture and storage. And promoting the cultivation of energy crops. Now, which could lead to food security problem. Now, I think I read it somewhere. I had to read it again. Highest mitigation potential for renewable sources. It comes from agriculture, forest as well as energy crops. The biggest challenge in using biomass is long-term supply. Cost, the key problem is logical, cost of fuels. Energy crops, if not managed properly, compete with food production, may have undesirable impacts on food prices. Biomass production is also sensitive to physical impacts. So projections of the future role mass. Given the limits to the sustainable biomass supply, I think the only reason, yes guys. All right, Ramesh. Was it helpful, Ramesh? The paid course that we are providing you? Was it beneficial for your preparations? The promoting cultivation of energy crops now and using biomass. Now, which of the following can lead to food security problem? Using agriculture and forest residues as feedstock problem. Using biomass for carbon capture and storage. Promoting the cultivation of crops. Now guys, promoting the cultivation of energy crops, now it can lead to food security problem or not? Now guys, it was hold the promise sustainable production. Now, this was not given in the last paragraph. Now, biomass as a fuel. So, guys, the only point where I could find was this line. Energy crops, if not managed properly, compete with food production and may have undesirable impacts on food production, on food prices. Right. The second was, in addition, some climate models rely on biomass-based carbon capture and storage and unproven technology to achieve negative emissions and to buy some time during the first half of the century. Second was this. And third was some liquid biofuels such as corn-based ethanol, mainly for transport, may aggravate rather than ameliorate carbon emissions on a life cycle basis. Second generation biofuels may be effective, but they are still in the R&D process. So if we push, yes guys, so promoting cultivation of energy crops. Yes guys, what do you say is the correct answer now? I think we have read the whole passage again. Using agricultural and forest residues as feedstock for power generation. Yes guys. Guys, using agricultural and forest residues. Now, which of the following can lead to food security problem? Now, guys, there is a possibility. Now, please understand the question very carefully. They've said which of the following can lead to food security problem? Now, using agricultural and forest residues as feedstock for power generation. Now, if we use residues, जो बच जाता है, अगर हम पावर जनरेशन के लिए यूज करते हैं तो वो फूड सिक्योरिटी में प्रॉब्लम कैसे क्रिएट करेगा? Now again, using biomass for carbon capture and storage. Now how can this lead to food security problem? But promoting the cultivation of energy crops. Now that can lead to food security problem, because if we push energy crops to create biomass for to be used as biofuel, now that will lead to food security problem. But residues to be used, residues, what are residues? Leftovers. So agriculture and forest leftovers, they cannot act as a problem for food security, right? So the correct answer is option number 3, option B. So option 1 and 2 were incorrect. Option 3 was correct here. Got it? Order for animal. Now, food security is the problem, right? Of providing people with food, not animals, Chauhan. So food security is the problem of providing sufficient nutritious food to people. Now animals can graze, right? But humans cannot. So that was right. Good job. Next question, guys. In context of using biomass, which of the following are the characteristics of the sustainable production of biofuel? Biomass as a fuel for power generation could meet all the primary energy requirements of the world by 2050. Now, it could meet half, but not all. Biomass as a fuel for power generation does not necessarily disrupt food and forest resources. What do you say, guys? And biomass as a fuel for power generation could help in achieving negative emissions given certain nascent technologies. Hello, Sashmita. Yes, imply wala question tha. Yes, Ankit. Yes, guys. So what do you say? It could meet all the primary energy requirement of the world by 2050. One is absolutely wrong. So we can eliminate option number D and A. So out of B and C, अभी अभी हमने क्वेश्चन किया है चौहान. It does impact food security, right? It can affect prices. So correct option here was option number B. Biomass as a fuel for power generation could help in achieving. Now it may be possible given nascent technologies, but it does not necessarily disrupt food and forest resources. It actually does, guys, right? The correct option was option number B. Alright, guys, question number 4. With reference to the passage, following assumptions have been made. Some climate energy models suggest that the use of biomass as a fuel for power generation helps in mitigating greenhouse gas emissions. Okay, it is not possible to use biomass as a fuel for power generation without disrupting food and forest resources. What do you say, guys? एक बार दोबारा पैसेज पढ़ लें पर दीपक और अंकित, ये देखो क्या कह रहा है वो, लास्ट लाइन देखना एक बार. In addition, some climate models rely on biomass-based carbon capture and storage, an unproven technology to achieve negative emissions and to buy sometime during the first half of the century. Some climate models rely on biomass-based carbon capture and storage, an unproven technology. Now, this has not been proved to achieve negative emissions and to buy some time during the first half of the century. But in the next line, he has given some liquid biofuels such as corn-based ethanol, mainly for transport, may aggravate rather than ameliorate carbon emissions on life cycle basis. Now, second generation biofuels based on lignocellulosic feedstocks, they hold the promise of sustainable production, that is high yielding and emit low levels of greenhouse gases, but these are still in the R&D stage. So some climate energy models suggest that the use of biomass as a fuel for power generation helps in mitigating अच्छा ठीक है, it is not possible to use biomass as a fuel for power generation without disrupting food and forest resources. It is possible. It has been given in the last line. So option number 2 is definitely wrong, right? So some climate energy models suggest that use of biomass as a fuel for power generation helps in mitigating greenhouse gas emissions, right? That's what was given. To achieve negative emissions, see, it is given, but the second assumption is wrong here. So the correct option here is option number A. No, Bhavni, only option number 1 is correct. It is not possible. Now this is an extreme option, guys. It is not possible to use biomass. It is possible, and the process is in the R&D process. Second generation biomass fuels may help in this. So it is not true that it is not possible. It may be possible, but it is still in the R&D stage. Got it? So correct option here is option number 1. Very well done, guys. So that was the first passage. All right, moving on to passage number 2, guys. So what is the most logical and rational and crucial message that is implied in the above passage? So let's read the passage and let's try to solve it together, guys. Vast numbers of Indian citizens without bank accounts live in rural areas. Living in rural areas are financially and functionally illiterate. So vast number of Indian citizens without bank accounts living in rural areas are financially and functionally illiterate and have little experience with technology. A research study was conducted in a particular area in which electronic wage payments in Manrega scheme are meant to go directly to the poor. It was observed that recipients often assume that village leader needs to mediate the process. That means he needs to act as the intermediary, as was the case under the previous paper-based system. So they think that still the panchayat leader, he is going to mediate in the process of sending money to the account directly. Among households under this research study area who claim to have at least one bank account, over a third reported still receiving Manrega wages in cash directly from a village leader. So people, they are actually illiterate. They think that the sarpanch will help them out to get the money directly in their account, and people who have at least one account in the bank, they still get their money cash from the village leader. So what is the critical message conveyed? Manrega should be extended only to those who have a bank account. The paper-based system of payments is more efficient than electronic payment in the present scenario. The goal of electronic wage payments was not to eliminate mediation by village leaders. It is essential to provide financial literacy to the poor, rural poor. I think this is very simple here. Very good, Ramesh. Very good, Alpna. Very good, Stanzin. Very good, Deepak. Very good, Thakur. Very good, Pratiksha. Very good, Greenheart. I think the message conveyed is it is essential to provide financial literacy to the rural poor, because until and unless that happens, they will always be cheated, and they would always have issues with their wages. So Manrega was a scheme where the payment was to be, supposedly was to be transferred to their accounts directly without any mediation of anyone. The correct option is, but still people are using the same method. So it is essential to provide financial literacy to the rural poor. That is the critical message conveyed. All right. Chalo, question number 3. Passage number 3. Let's try to solve this one, guys. So we have to find the summary of the above passage. Let's read the passage, guys. By 2050, the Earth's population will likely have swelled from 7 to 9 billion people. So आज population के ऊपर काफी सारे passages आ रहे हैं. So by 2050, the Earth's population will likely have swelled from 7 to 9 billion people. To fill all those stomachs while accounting for shifting consumption patterns, climate change, and a finite amount of arable land and potable water, some experts say food production will have to double. Now, with considering all the restrictions, Experts say that food production will have to double by 2050. Now, how can we make the numbers add up? Experts say higher yielding crop varieties, and more efficient farming methods will be crucial. So will waste reduction. Experts urge cities to reclaim nutrients and water from waste streams and preserve farmland. Poor countries, they say, can improve crop storage, packaging, and rich nations could cut back on resource intensive foods like meat. So there are many ways of saving our fighting the problem of food security in the world. So what sums up the passage? Option number A: the population of the world is growing very fast. Food security is a perennial problem only in developing countries. No, the world does not have enough resources to meet the impending food scarcity, or security is increasingly a collective challenge. Very good, Ramesh. Very good, Ankit. Very good, Alpna. Very good, Thakur. No, imply is what does it mean? What does it imply, right? And summary is what is the message. So let's say if I tell you that the number of COVID-19 cases are going down, what does this statement imply? That people are maintaining people are taking all the safety measures and they're maintaining social distance, right? So that could be an implication, but summary is something very different. Summary is one line that that tells everything that is conveyed in the passage. So he said it will be imperative for developing countries as well as developed countries. So the message conveyed is food security is increasingly a collective challenge. That is the best summary of this passage, guys. Very well done, Sasmita, Anubhav, Shubham, Bhavni Kumari. Very good, Greenheart, Deepak, Anubhav, Abhishek, Pratiksha, Sanjin. Very well done, Vijay, Thakur, Alpna, Ankit. Very well done, Ramesh. Good job, guys. Very good, Ajay Sastra. And moving on to the next passage, guys. Chalo. What is the critical inference that can be made from the above passage? So we have to find the logical critical inference from the passage. So let's read the passage, guys. India accounts for nearly a fifth of the world's child deaths. All right, India accounts for nearly a fifth of the world's child deaths. In terms of numbers, it is the highest in the world, nearly 16 lakhs every year. Of these, more than half die in the first month of life. So there are nearly 16 lakh child deaths in India, and out of these, more than half die in the first month of life. Officials believe that the reason for this is the absence of steps to propagate basic health practices relating to breastfeeding and immunization. So this happens because the basic health practices are not present. The propagation of these steps are not present related to breastfeeding and immunization. Also, the large reproductive population of 2.6 crore remains bereft of care during the critical phases of pregnancy and post-delivery. And this is also the another reason is the critical the care required at the critical phases of pregnancy and post-delivery. Added to this is the prevalence of child marriages, anemia among young women, and lack of focus on adolescent sanitation, all of which impact child death rates. So there are many reasons for child death in the country which have been underlined here. Let's look at the critical inference. Right, a lot of Indians are illiterate and hence do not recognize the value of basic health practices. India has a very huge population and the government alone cannot manage public health services. Universalization and integration of maternal health and child health services can effectively address the problem. And the nutrition of women in childbearing age does not affect child mortality rate. Very good, Ramesh. Very good, Ankit. Very good, Stanjan. Very good, Deepak. Very good, Alpna, Thakur, Vijay. Very good, Greenheart. Very good, Bhavni Kumari. Very good, Pratiksha. Very good, Shubham. ऐसे नहीं होता शुभम, DSC एक ही देना है. Very good, Abhishek. Very good, Adu Shastra. Correct option is option number C, guys. This is absolutely clear. The nutrition of women does not affect. It does affect, यार. ये तो बिल्कुल contradictory है. Critical phases of pregnancy, nutrition of women. It does not affect child mortality. It does, you know. Prevalence of child marriages, nutrition of women, anemia among young women. ये absence of nutrition की वजह से तो होता है. So correct option is option number C. Very well done, guys. So now quickly tell me your score. Out of these 7 questions, how many did you get right and how many did you get wrong? First was first passage 4 questions, and then next 3 passages 1 questions each. So out of 7 questions, tell me your score quickly. And guys, do not forget to share the session. Do not forget to like the session. Right? That is the least you could do, यार. मतलब like तो कर ही सकते हो यार. इतना मेहनत करते हैं हम आप सबके लिए, right? The correct option is option number C. Very good, Alpna, yaar. Very well done, Thakur. Very good, Abhishek. No issues. Very good, Deepak. Not bad. Very good, Stanzan. Very good, Ankit, yaar. I hope now you are able to control your passages, guys. Now I hope you are not scared of these passages and you are able to control. Right? Very well done, guys. Kudos to all of you. Very good, Greenheart. Not bad. And guys, this is your homework passage. So you don't have to solve it now. Now you can solve it later and you have to answer the questions in the comment section of the video. Right? And guys, before we finish off, there's an announcement. We are launching special offers on our prelims courses. There is one crash course for which we are offering 50% discount on this price. So this will cost you only what, $5,500. It includes all GS video lectures, downloadable handouts, and previous year questions for last 25 years, 18 test series, 26 current affairs test, CSAT video lectureship, and personal mentorship. Or if you have already prepared for this, then you can also avail these test series. And we are also running 50% discount on these test series as well. So if you are thinking of preparing for prelims, if you want to start from the very scratch, crash course is the best option. If you've already started your preparation, then test series would do with your preparations. Very good, Ramesh. Very well done, buddy. All right. No issues, Asmita. That's okay. कोई बात नहीं दीपक. That's perfectly all right here. बाद में देख लेना दोबारा से, और जितने सेशंस नहीं देखे वो भी देख लो. वेरी गुड संजन, थैंक यू सो मच. दिल्ली से कोई है? दिल्ली से यार, दीपक इज आस्किंग. आई थिंक ही नीड्स सम हेल्प. थैंक यू सस्मिता. थैंक यू डियर. So guys, that is it for today. And if you wish to contact us, if you have any doubts or if you have any queries, please feel free to contact us. You can call us on this number 8146207241, or you can also drop us an email at hello@civilstaff.com. And guys, this is our website, and any further details for our Telegram channel or the the courses, the CSAT courses, the links are given in the description of the video. Yes guys, so how was the session? Please do provide me your feedback, guys. Your feedback is very important. It's not just the good things that you write, but whatever you feel is important for us to improve. तो feedback को हमेशा feedback criticism नहीं होता guys. Feedback is feedback and that should be honest. अच्छा लगा तो प्लीज वो भी बताइए, बुरा लगा तो प्लीज वो भी ब्लंटली बताइए, ठीक है? तो that is how I may be able to improve. So please do share your feedback with me, guys. Nahi Ramesh, that is all your hard work here. I am only your mentor. I can only help you, but you have to walk the way, right? So thank you Ramesh. Thank you Alpna. Homework नहीं है सस्मिता? कहाँ चले गए थे? ये देखो, ये homework है. ये 2 questions homework के हैं. ये passage है. This is a homework passage, and there are 2 questions. I have to answer these questions, and you have to give me your answers in the comment section of the video, right? Thank you Pratiksha. Thank you Bhavni Kumar. Thank you, Edu Sastra. Thank you so much, buddy. I hope you learned something new today and the session was fruitful for you. Thank you, Thakur. You too, buddy. Take care. Thank you, Alpna. Thank you, Vijay. Thank you, Ankit. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Shubham. बहुत अच्छा लगा सस्मिता जी को. थैंक यू सस्मिता जी. थैंक यू ठाकुर यार, थैंक यू सो मच. मजाक कर रहा. थैंक यू दीपक. टेक केयर बड़ी. बाय बाय. श्योर भवनी, जो भी आपको मुश्किल वर्ड्स लगे ना पूछ लिया करो, ठीक है. जब सेशन चल रहा हो ना उसी टाइम साथ में लाइव पूछ लोगे ना तो आई वुड बी एबल टू हेल्प यू आउट विद दैट, ठीक है. तो नेक्स्ट टाइम से लाइव सेशन देखना और सारे डाउट जो भी हैं आपको, जो भी मुश्किल वर्ड आपको दिखे उनसे उसी टाइम पूछ लो, मैं वहीं पे एक्सप्लेन कर दूंगा आपको, राइट. थैंक यू रमेश. थैंक यू बड़ी. बाय बाय. थैंक यू स्टैंजन फॉर द काइंड वर्ड्स यार. यू आर very kind in your words. So thank you, Stanzin, and thank you everybody else for joining in. And I'll see you again tomorrow, guys. Same time with some new passages, with some new previous year questions that would really help you in your preparations. Right? So till then, keep on working hard, stay safe, stay healthy, and do stay in touch with us. All right? 12 o'clock ऑडियो शास्त्र, थर्सडे एंड फ्राइडे. वैसे तो पूरा वीक ही होता है 12 o'clock, बट मंडे ट्यूसडे वेडनेसडे आई थिंक मैथ्स और रीजनिंग होता है. थर्सडे एंड फ्राइडे को इंग्लिश होता है, राइट. हर दूसरे दिन चैलेंज करना, फोकस करना चैलेंज होता है. अभिषेक, चैलेंज इज व्हेन यू आर डूइंग समथिंग फोर्सफुली, वो चैलेंज होता है. अगर आप अपनी मर्जी से करो, खुशी से करो, वो चैलेंज नहीं होता, राइट. वॉचिंग वीडियोज, यू नो, doing what you like, your hobbies, that is not a challenge. For others it may be, but for you it's not, right? So you have to like what you do. That is when it becomes easy for you. अच्छा, नो लाइफ लेसन्स, वो भी आ ही रहा था मैं. अभिषेक ने पूछ लिया तो मैं बता देता हूँ. क्या फोकस करना चैलेंज नहीं है. फोकस शुड बी योर हैबिट. जैसे हम फोकस करते हैं, योर ऑब्जर्वेंस, योर नो हाउ ऑफ थिंग्स अराउंड यू. तो जब चीज़ों को आप ऑब्जर्व करते हो और अच्छी चीज़ों को समझते हो तो फोकस बिकम्स योर पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ योर लाइफ. यस रमेश, मेंटर, बस मेंटर तो अपने एक्सपीरियंस से आपको बताता है कि देखो ये करो ये ना करो. मेंटर का ये काम होता है यार कि ये करना है और ये नहीं करना है, वो यही बता सकता है. मेहनत तो एट द एंड ऑफ द डे मेंटर ने नहीं करनी, मेंटर ने आपको हेल्प करना है, राइट रमेश. तो मेंटर इज देयर विद हिज एक्सपीरियंस टू, you know, to save you from falling down and you to help you getting back up, right? That is what mentor does. But your hard work is inside you, your focus is inside you. So अभिषेक, फोकस करने के लिए चीज़ों को लाइक करना शुरू करो, राइट अभिषेक. स्टडीज़ में देखो देखो अपने वही हम कर रहे हैं. हम पेपर को देख के पढ़ाई करते हैं, हम वो लाइफ को देख के पढ़ाई नहीं करते कि लाइफ में कितनी हेल्प मिलेगी हमें इन सब चीज़ों से. ये सब चीज़ें रियलिटी है जो आप पैसेजेस में पढ़ रहे हो कि हर साल 16 लाख बच्चे मरते हैं. ये फैक्ट याद रखने वाली चीज़ है अभिषेक, कि हर साल 15 लाख बच्चे मरते हैं यार इंडिया में. 15 लाख, और तब भी पॉपुलेशन इतनी है इंडिया की. वो बच्चे मर क्यों रहे हैं, ठीक है, क्या रीजंस हैं उनके, उनको कैसे पुश किया जाता है. तो वो जब याद है आपको कि 3 साल का गैप होना चाहिए दो बच्चों के बीच में, या हम दो हमारे दो. तो वो सब चीज़ें, वो इन्हीं चीज़ों को पढ़ के ये चीज़ें डिवाइस की जाती हैं. तो जब तक आप इसको बर्डन बनाओगे ना तब तक वो फोकस करना मुश्किल है. जब आप इनको अपनी ग्रोथ के लिए यूज़ करोगे, दैट इज़ व्हेन यू विल सी दैट यस आई एम पावरफुल नाउ, आई एम प्रिपेयर्ड नाउ. तो फिर फोकस की जरूरत नहीं होती. देन यू विल स्टार्ट लविंग थिंग्स अराउंड यू, ठीक है. ये है अभिषेक फोकस करने का तरीका. अरे of course Ramesh, I'm damn sure you will crack it this year, and I wish you all the success in life, buddy. दीपक, आई सिलेक्शन सिविल स्टैप है यार. क्या कर रहे हो दीपक, नाम तो ठीक से लिख दो यार. 8 मार्क्स है. अरे यार रमेश, डोंट वरी, ठीक है, हार्ड लक, बट डोंट वरी, दिस ईयर यू हैव द एक्सपीरियंस. सो गाइस देखो, मैं आपको सिंपल सा एग्जांपल देता हूँ. सचिन जब 10 रन पे या 40 रन पे या 90 में आउट हो जाता है तो वो क्या सोचता होगा कि am I not capable of scoring a century. कभी डक पे भी इतनी बार आउट हुआ है सचिन. तो वो क्या सोचता होगा कि यार मैं सेंचुरी नहीं बना सकता. नहीं, वो सोचता होगा यार नहीं, आई थिंक देयर इज समथिंग मोर आई नीड टू डू so that I learn from my mistakes and I do it better next time. And he keeps on coming back, he keeps on working hard, and then there is a day when he scores a century, and then he repeatedly scores a century. दैट इज व्हाट लाइफ मीन्स। ठीक है, मैं सिंपल से क्रिकेट का एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ। हर मैच में सेंचुरी नहीं लगती, लेकिन वो गलतियों से, जो गलती पिछली बार हुई वो नहीं रिपीट हो। ठीक है, सेम फुटबॉल, कुछ भी कर लो यार। इंडिया में हम तो हमारी फुटबॉल टीम। नहीं, हार्ड वर्क, ये हार्ड वर्क तो देखो, लाइफ ही हार्ड वर्क है यार। लाइफ का दूसरा नाम हार्ड वर्क है। हैव यू एवर लर्नड एनीथिंग इन दिस लाइफ विदाउट विदाउट पुटिंग हार्ड वर्क? बच्चा जब पैदल चलना सीखता है, पता नहीं कितनी बार गिरता है यार। इट टेक्स हिम मंथ्स टू जस्ट लर्न हाउ टू स्टैंड एंड देन हाउ टू crawl and how to walk the first step and then how to walk a distance, then how to and how to be an expert in walking and then jogging and then running। तो कितना बड़ा प्रोसेस है यार। तो ये सिंपल तक चलने का प्रोसेस में इतना टाइम लग जाता है। तो लाइफ का दूसरा नाम हार्ड वर्क है। तो हार्ड वर्क शुड बी इट शुड बी कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग, इट शुड बी डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू लाइफ। कुछ भी मतलब इजी से तो कुछ नहीं होता है ना, शॉर्टकट से तो यार। तो वही है ना, पैसे कमाने यार जाओ बैंक में डाका डाल लो, बैंक को लूट लो, वो शॉर्टकट है। हार्ड वर्क नहीं है उसमें। हार्ड वर्क है उसमें कमाने का जो मजा है ना उस पैसे को, क्या पूरा दिन मेहनत किया, पूरा महीना पूरा साल मेहनत किया, फिर जो आपके पास पैसा है उस पैसे में से पसीने, खून पसीने की खुशबू आती है। लेकिन जो पैसा आपने धोखेधड़ी से कमाया है, जो पैसा आपने अनफेयर मीन से कमाया है, दैट विल नेवर गिव यू हैप्पीनेस। इट मे गिव यू मटेरियलिस्टिक प्लेजर बट इट विल नेवर गिव यू हैप्पीनेस। तो याद रखो, हार्ड वर्क इज द सेकेंड नेम ऑफ लाइफ। उसके बिना कुछ भी नहीं सीखते हम, राइट? सो हार्ड वर्क इज द बेसिक नेसेसिटी ऑफ योर लाइफ। ठीक है, वो तो आप चाहे कोई भी पेपर दो या ना दो, हार्ड वर्क तो तब भी है। पेपर नहीं दोगे ना, कोई गाइस, कोई भी पेपर ना क्लियर करो, ठीक है, जॉबलेस बैठो, अनएम्प्लॉयड बैठो, फिर देखना कितना हार्ड वर्क है, फिर पता लगेगा हार्ड वर्क का आपको। अभी तो आपको हार्ड वर्क का पता ही नहीं है। अभी तो मम्मी पापा हमें संभाल रहे हैं या हम जैसे तैसे करके मैनेज कर रहे हैं। लेकिन हार्ड वर्क देखो दो तरह से, चॉइस इज योर्स। एक वो हार्ड वर्क है जिससे आपको यू विल रीच द स्काईज, ठीक है, और एक वो हार्ड वर्क होगा व्हेन यू विल बी अनएम्प्लॉयड एंड देन यू विल लुक फॉर अ जॉब। ठीक है, और तब पता चलेगा हार्ड वर्क क्या होता है। तो हार्ड वर्क तो लाइफ का दूसरा नाम है। यू कैन नॉट, इट इज इनएस्केपेबल। वो तो आप एस्केप कर ही नहीं सकते। वो कहाँ पे आपको यूटिलाइज करना है, दैट इज योर कॉल। ठीक है, चलो गाइस। भवनी, इन essay writing, English grammar is quite important because it is one of the 5 factors जो आपके अगर यूपीएससी की बात करें तो उसमें टेस्ट होता है। ठीक है, इट हैज़ टू बी 5 चीज़ें जो देखी जाती हैं आपके आंसर में: कंटेक्स्ट, आर्टिकुलेशन, कंटेंट, योर ग्रामर एंड योर आइडिया, फ्लो ऑफ आइडियाज़। ये 5 चीज़ें हैं जो आपके मेंस आंसर राइटिंग में देखी जाती हैं, एसे राइटिंग में देखी जाती हैं भवनी, एंड ग्रामर इज़ डेफिनेटली वन ऑफ देम। तो उसका भी एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल होता है। अगर आप ग्रामेटिकली ठीक नहीं लिखोगे तो सिंपल सा यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू कन्वे द राइट मीनिंग, द राइट सेंटेंस टू द रीडर, टू द एवेल्युएटर, राइट? तो वो फिर वो हमेशा नेगेटिव रहेगा ही रहेगा। तो ग्रामर इज क्वाइट इंपॉर्टेंट। ठीक है, चलो all right. Hello guys, that is it for today. That is it for life lessons. So I'll see you again tomorrow same time. Do not forget to subscribe our channel for more videos, and I'll be live again tomorrow 12 p.m. So we'll solve the homework passage tomorrow, but in the meantime you have the time to solve the homework passage and you have to give me the answer in the comment section of the video. So thank you so much guys. Having said that, please take care, stay motivated. ठीक है, ये सब है ना, ये सब साइड की चीज़ें, हार्ड वर्क कितना करना है, कितने घंटे पढ़ना है, कितना वो करना है, कितना ये करना है, वो सब सेकेंडरी चीज़ें होनी चाहिए, वो परेशान नहीं करना चाहिए। ठीक है, आपको मोटिवेट करना चाहिए हर रोज उठ के, आई एम गोइंग टू बी एन आईएएस ऑफिसर, सो आई थिंक आई शुड फर्स्ट डिजर्व देन डिजायर, राइट? गुड हैंड राइटिंग का इतना रोल नहीं होता, देखो बिल्कुल एलिजिबल नहीं होनी चाहिए। ठीक है, मतलब ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि पढ़ ही ना जाए, लेकिन डिसेंट हैंड राइटिंग वुड डू। ठीक है, तो उसमें कोई कर्सिव वर्सिव अच्छी हैंड राइटिंग है, ठीक है, मे बी आधा मार्क्स ज़्यादा मिल जाए आपको, पढ़ने वाला खुश हो जाए कि यार इतना साफ लिखा है बच्चे ने, पढ़ने में कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, बट नथिंग मोर देन दैट। बट ऐसा भी नहीं कि पढ़ी नहीं जा रही, वहाँ पे कीड़े मकोड़े नहीं मार के आने बचपन की तरह। इट शुड बी लेजिबल, ठीक है, पढ़ने लायक होना चाहिए। ऑलराइट गाइस, बिल्कुल। मैं दिल्ली में नहीं हूँ यार, मैं चंडीगढ़ में हूँ। यू कैन विजिट चंडीगढ़ इफ़ यू विश दीपक, कभी भी। ठीक है, एंड आई एम हेयर तो वी कैन मीट देयर। दिल्ली अगर कभी मेरा आना हुआ तो आई विल डेफिनेटली मीट सम ऑफ यू। ठीक है दीपक, Bye bye, Deepak. Take care. Till then, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy learning to all of you guys.